so sorry, Zoe. I know how close you and your dad were.
I don't understand. What's happening?
This must be a shock.
What the hell's going on? You knew she'd be here.
What are you talking about?
This is some grotesque scheme. You planned it, and I was worried about you.
Do you think they'll carve a much-loved and sadly missed father on the headstone?
Oh, no. Not one of them to be seen. They're not even going through the motions.
I'm surprised Zoe didn't wait to see him being laid to rest.
Well, I think she found it all a bit too much.
I dare say she did. But it has to be said there are certain things one does, no matter how much personal distress it may cause.
I take it this do's still on, is it?
I don't know.
Well, you'll have to take charge.
Why me?
You're the only one round here called Tate.
Well,
What's the problem?
we're wondering whether to go up to Home Farm as planned.
Well, why not? Catering's been laid on.
Excuse me. Would you all like to make your way to Home Farm, please?
There you are. No one knows running the show.
He obviously thinks he is.
And did you intend to wait for Dad's heart to pack up? Or perhaps you thought you could help him on his way? God. Even when he was in custody for murder, you'd have let him rot. And where were you? In some hotel down the road following events on the news.
Oh, I've been abroad. I didn't know.
Oh, and I'm expected to believe this, either of you. I saw you!
She was playing one of her games.
I don't want to hear it. When it comes to playing games, Christopher, you wrote the rule book.
You're being too hard on Christopher. Yes, we kissed.
We didn't kiss. You kissed me.
And that makes a difference.
It was a farewell kiss. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. It's your brother. When I arrived, he was about to...
Go on. Chris.
Hey, come on, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, can I have your glasses?
Can't we have a look-in?
What would you know about that?
All country pubs do it.
Aye, only for coppers.
Oh, come on, Cherry lad. Joan will be loading it up at the bigger, she'll never know.
No, but I'll know. And I like a kip in the afternoon.
Must be your age.
I could show you a thing or two.
Hey, you're old enough to be her father.
Never stopped him before, eh?
Hey, what's this? You depping for Betty, the not-so-silent majority?
I thought you had a financial interest in this place now.
Aye, I have, which means I can shut up shop when I like.
So why don't you put this in a till, and then the drinks can be on the house?
What, you're treating everyone?
Watch her, man. I could almost forgive you for stitching up our Sammy, Eric.
Especially when he's got a wad as thick as a navvy's butter.
So, what about it? Landlord?
Aye. Go on, then.
I'm not sure what to do. Right, well, you go and tell Zoe and Chris that we're here. I'll ask them all to wait. Okay.
If I had a set of wheels like this, you'd be all over me, that Sophie.
That's what the motorheads would like you to believe.
Oh, come on, Steve, let's face it, though. If you had a choice between a bloke in one of these or a clapped-out old transit that smelt of pig muck, what would you have?
Tough one. What if the bloke was you? I'd have the one you weren't in.
I'm not going to stay for long.
No, we're not. We only came to Zoe.
Nick's so-called girlfriend's taken Alice out. After the last performance, I want to make sure she gets back on time.
Is he serious about taking her back? I mean, what would have happened if you hadn't taken Alice in?
Counts for nothing. As soon as he gets out, he's off to start a new life.
He's got one slight problem. He shot someone and killed them.
Well, this Karen's convinced him he's got a strong case.
Hey, how much longer are we going to be kept waiting here? Seth's leg's giving him jip, you know.
Tell them to pass a crate, a three-throat window if they're not going to let us in.
Well, the door's locked.
Have you tried the bell?
Yeah. I'll go around the back.
Tell me you weren't going to take them. Why?
My God. Look at them all. It's as if they're frozen in time. Nothing's changed. Still, it's quite convenient they're all here. We can get reacquainted over the sherry and vol-au-vents. I'll let them in.
You'll do no such thing. That door stays locked.
Of course. I wouldn't want to take the limelight. It is Frank's big day. No question.
Zoe?
Wait there.
Is everything all right?
Of course.
Well, I've been worried. Everyone is.
It's been a bit too much.
Is James all right?
He's fine. He's sleeping.
Chris, the door was locked.
Sophie, I want you to do me a big favour. Could you ask people to leave?
You can't do that.
Just tell them we're upset. They'll understand.
I don't think they will, and especially not from me.
Just tell them.
So, what are you going to do? Lock me in the cellar?
Could think of a more appropriate place.
Oh, it's in the land of the living.
Sound is this? Surprised Chris hasn't sent word out for us to wait borders while we're waiting.
Well, I wonder if we should just leave. We don't want to intrude on their grief.
Oh, they'll all be inside Turnip Place apart looking for Frank's will.
Well, at least they know we turned up. I hope the Undertaker got our details down right.
What difference does it make? Frank won't know.
I know. Oh, Linda, are you all right, love?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not as sorry as me. I'll have to clean that up in the morning.
Come on, let's get back home.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to have to ask you to leave.
How come?
Well, Zoe feels... Well, they're very upset.
Well, we know that. It's a funeral. That's the point. Get it out of your system.
If that's what they want, though, Becky.
We've shut the shop for the afternoon.
We should respect the family's wishes.
Oh, that's all very well for them, but it's half a day's takings for me.
Well, as Rachel rightly says, it is our duty to try and help the family at this difficult time. So I would like to welcome you all back to the Woolpack to join me in remembering Frank Tate.
Good point, well made.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. I lose my money for the afternoon and he cashes in.
You're coming over as grasping, Vic.
Grasping me? But Tate's invented a word.
What's going on in there?
Steve, the father's died.
So? I've been around here long enough to know the Tates don't hide behind drawn curtains. They like to be seen. Grieve in style.
Well, give you something to aspire to then, doesn't it?
Why didn't you tell me it had all got to you?
I'm the big brother. You're supposed to come to me.
What if I returned here and found that you'd succeeded?
It wouldn't have been a worse shock than finding her.
Chris, I love you. I thought you loved me. Don't you?
You know I do.
And Joseph and James.
And Dad.
Do you think Dad would want you to give in?
Wouldn't have surprised him. He thought I was weak.
He was fairly perceptive.
Chris, promise me you will never do this again. We've got to trust each other, talk. I don't think I could bear it if I lost you as well.
You won't.
You might sound as if you meant it.
Oh, I do. I intend to stick around.
That's more like it.
For you, James, Joseph, but for Dad.
I hope you don't mind using the tradesman's entrance.
Just lead us to ale.
As the pub isn't officially open, I don't want to attract any passers-by, and the Dingles can spot an open pub in a 10-mile radius. As this is a solemn occasion, I'm sure I don't have to ask you to keep the noise down. Terry likes to have his nap in the afternoon. Himself can hear this racket. Ow. What's going on?
It's a tribute to our late lamented...
Why don't you go and dance on his grave?
You got the wrong idea, Mr. Turner.
This is just an excuse for after-hours drinking.
It's a wake.
And they've been playing skittles, for heaven's sake.
We're playing Frank Tate's memorial trophy.
Aye, in the shape of a bag of peanuts, Mr. T.
Come on, Mr. Turner. Are we supping or what?
You would use the demise of a dear old friend as an excuse?
Well, I see to approve. I mean, how many times did he die? Well, as good as, with that Tickeries. But he came back because he loved life. Always brought him back because he had a zest for living. And he didn't like rules.
No, he's right, you know, Wal.
All right. I'll make an exception in this case.
Hey!
But I would rather have you behind the bar than on it, Terry.
Okay.
What are you doing with that?
It's medicinal.
It'll make me feel worse.
For me.
You're not having that.
Why not?
Because you're daft enough sober.
My Christmas box off Frank. Forgot all about it.
Give us it here. Look, take £10 out my purse and take Biff off for a drink down the wall path.
Nice one.
No, it's okay. I'm going to stay here with Lynn.
Oh, no, go on, off you go. Just leave us for a while. She could do with a bit of quiet.
Fancy that.
So, what do you reckon it is then? You feeling off colour again?
Charge you a victim, cops came and Nick just put waste in here.
You're a traitor.
What's up with you, London?
Gigging with Woods.
Yeah, we're only jamming.
Jamming? No, mate, no, mate. Jamming's for real musicians. He doesn't know his hat from his elbow.
Hey, did you like the song, though?
Point, is it?
Well, what is the point?
Well, I was thinking, you know, when I was away looking for Kelly.
What?
What a washout as a parent you've been.
No. If Woods hadn't seduced her mother, everything would still be hunky-dory.
No, mate, I know. Still, what's he got to do with me?
Well, there I was, you know, stuck in this dreadful bed-sit in Stockport. And it comes to me, what was wrong with the band last time? Terry Woods.
Yeah, you're biased.
No, no, no. He's a cabaret type. Cabaret. Me and you, we're rockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Well, you and me should start up the band again. This time do it properly, no Woods.
Go on, Mandy, I'll pay you back.
Don't ask the creditors' refusal off an effect.
Oh, don't be a twank, Mandy.
Go and ask your dad.
He won't give me the dripping off his nose.
So you're getting this place for no cash?
Oh, this Sophie and Rachel, that'll get him a drink.
Well, more fool you then.
They're going to think I'm a right stiff.
Best they find out now, eh?
Come on. There we are, darling. Oh, have you missed Mummy? I've missed you.
Have you?
Oh, yes. Think I wanted it to end up like this?
I think it's exactly what you wanted. Who was she? The woman in the quarry.
How should I know?
Oh, come off it.
It's a pity you can't ask your father.
Dad and I identified that body. It was you.
You wish. You all wanted me dead so badly, anybody would do. Anybody.
And you made sure there was one there.
I don't know anything about it.
You better tell the police that. They're on their way. I didn't want to give you time to do another vanishing act.
I've nothing to hide. I'll get that. After all, it is my house.
I cook. Miss Tate called.
I'm Kim Tate. Mrs. Kim Tate. Of course. So he told you I'd returned.
She just said I was needed here. Well, I should be shocked.
I suppose so.
But I'm not. I feel as though I knew you, Mrs. Kim Tate. I've lived with you for the past 3 months.
I dare say. That's why I asked Zoe to phone you. I assume there must be some paperwork involved, as I was missing, presumed dead, so to speak.
Well, it's more than just a bureaucratic inconvenience. The file remains open on a murder inquiry.
But I'm not dead.
Someone is.
I'm glad we didn't stay on after the funeral, but it would have been nice to have seen little James.
Be well taken care of.
Good nearly always comes out of bad.
It can work both ways.
Oh, you shouldn't be thinking like that, not at your age. I mean, you've got everything. You've got a steady, hard-working husband, a good job, a family who thinks the world of you, your health.
I've got my health.
I know you've been feeling a bit off colour lately.
I'm all right.
Of course you are. It's normal in your condition. You're expecting, aren't you?
Did Biff tell you?
I'm your mum. And I bet you were waiting for your dad to come home before you told us, weren't you? Eh? He will be thrilled. Everyone will. It's the best thing that could happen to this family.
I need to get something.
Alice, where have you been? What time to call this?
Sorry?
I was about to call the police. Alice has a tea at 5.
She won't need any. She had a lot to eat when we were out. She's got some appetite.
I don't like her having junk food.
I'll remember that next time.
Who says there's going to be next time?
That's the agreement. To let her get to know me better.
I haven't agreed to anything.
That's what Nick wants.
What about what Alice wants? I mean, she could hardly wait to get away from you. I better show you out.
I've got something for you. It's like the ducks we saw in the park.
I'll take care of it, and I'll bring it back next time.
I just had to get out of here. I'd thought about it so many times. I thought if I don't do it now, I might never get away.
Why did you think that?
Frank was becoming increasingly violent.
How dare you? As I'm going to have to ask you to come and make a formal statement, I think it's best we do that now.
Of course, but I would like to tell you now, in front of Chris and Zoe.
Why would you want to do that?
It might help them.
What?
It might help them to understand what went on. They might not think so badly of me.
Do you really think so?
I'm not under arrest, am I?
Do you want to hear what she's got to say?
Leaving was surprisingly easy. I knew James would be all right here. Frank wouldn't harm him. And I knew I could rely on Zoe to look after his welfare. She's his godparent.
So am I.
I just didn't think it was fair to take him with me. So I drove to Manchester Airport and left my car in the car park. I was paranoid. Frank had hired a private detective to spy on me before. I thought I might be being followed. So I abandoned the car and didn't check into the hotel I'd booked. I got a train from Manchester to London, and I caught Eurostar. From there on, it was easy. I got a plane from Paris to Mauritius. I've got the plane tickets and my passport stamped.
They'll be checked. Go on.
I knew I had to get custody of James, so I returned to Europe a week ago. It was only then that I saw in an English newspaper that it was safe to return.
Meaning?
Frank was dead.
What's that for?
Well, if we have it, Roy won't be able to. A bit of a celebration, just me and you.
No thanks.
Little one won't harm.
I said no thanks.
Another time, then. You're pleased about it, aren't you?
Biff's got an illness.
He's fit as a fiddle.
He might not be. It's in his family.
What sort of illness?
His father died of it.
Assuming that the account you've given is actually correct, there's one question to be answered.
It's all verifiable.
It's also verifiable that your car somehow found its way back from Manchester to the quarry on your husband's estate.
I can only suppose it was stolen. I left all my cards in it so that I couldn't be traced. Poor woman must have taken the contents along with my identity.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And drive back here to assume your life, hoping no one would notice.
Oh, what are you saying, Christopher? You think Frank followed the car and killed the occupant, thinking it was me?
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, cheers, not bad.
Can I sit with you?
Yes, as long as you're not a courier from Butch.
No, you're joking. He's doing me head in.
Yeah, me.
So, what's going on up at home farm, then?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Soph, you must know. You're good friends with Zoe.
You know what the Tates are like, the close rank.
Yeah, well, thought she might have trusted me.
They don't trust each other, let alone anybody else.
Cheers. You look very nice dressed like that.
That used to be our Dave's. Mum took it in. He always looks smart.
What, for funerals?
And pulling.
Ah, yes, I've heard.
So it works then, does it? Wearing his threads.
Definitely. If I ever need an undertaker, I'll let you know.
So are you? Never seen your bummy, you don't like the look of it.
Leave us alone.
She's not worth it.
Look, though, that fowler's trying to get in there now.
Go stick your oar in then.
I can't. I'm humiliated. I mean, she was the only one that I ever...
Only one you ever want?
No.
Oh, look here, Rich. Right, go and get around.
Honest?
Yeah, you owe me, though.
Oh, thanks, Mandy. I could give you a kiss, but I don't want to get her jealous. Oh, thanks.
Schools need to establish certain basic rules, Jack. I mean, I'm a governor. I get it in the neck if there's a failure to put an end to disruptive behaviour. The few spoiling it for the many.
Yeah, but aren't the many spoiling it for the few? The one, in Andy's case.
Your commitment to the lad does you credit.
Well, it doesn't feel like that. Do you know why I'm here? Drinking. Because I can't face going home. Dreading what he'll be doing next.
Better get back to home farm, then.
You can come and stay at mine. No, I want to be with James, especially today.
Well, I'll run you up there. I've got Linda's cab. Come on, it's all right. I haven't been drinking.
OK. Might just deter Butch.
You can ring me.
Yeah, I'll walk out with you.
Where are you going?
Cheers, Butch.
Remember, you owe me.
Do you want to see your son before we go?
I don't think I could face another goodbye. Look after him, Zoe. Let's hope I'll soon be back.
While you're interrogating her, ask her what she lived on while she was away.
How do you mean?
Because being without her plastic is like being deprived of oxygen for her. Find out what she did with the $350,000 in cash she swindled me out of.
Leave it, Chris.
Can't you see what she's doing? I mean, she's more than a match for this lot.
I intend finding out whether Mrs. Tate really did run away. As an outsider, one could assume she did indeed have good cause.
Let's clear this up.
You fool. Should have done it.
So it isn't actually confirmed. And even if Biff has got it, well, I mean, there's marvellous things they can do these days. And you're not that far gone either, so... I mean, if it came to it, I mean, there wouldn't be any hesitation in letting you...
Say it.
Well, you can have a termination.
You've changed your tune.
Medical grounds, love.
Kill it, you mean?
No.
I've done that once, Mum. This is my punishment.
No, it isn't.
You're religious, aren't you? Sinners get punished.
Nothing's that simple, love.
Yes, it is. This baby's gonna be born.
Do you want me to wait for you?
No, I'll be all right.
Well, something's going on any road.
Car's familiar.
It's that detective that arrested Frank.
We must be closing the case. Now,